You know that feeling when you're sure you've ticked off every box, dotted every I, and crossed every T for your business, only to be hit with a late fee or worse, a notice of dissolution from the state? It's the kind of gut-wrenching surprise that sends shivers down an entrepreneur's spine. It's the moment you realize that while you're busy innovating, serving customers, and growing your dream, there are these seemingly small, but absolutely crucial administrative hurdles that, if missed, can bring your whole operation to a screeching halt. We're talking about annual reports, sometimes called biennial reports, statements of information, or even just corporate registrations. Whatever they're called in your state, they are non-negotiable. They are the recurring check-in your business has with the state to confirm its existence, its current address, its leadership, and its good standing. And while it might seem like just another piece of paperwork in an endless pile, missing this deadline can have significant, detrimental consequences. Imagine this. You're in the middle of securing a vital loan, signing a new client, or even just trying to maintain your business bank account, and suddenly, you discover your business is listed as not in good standing with the state. This can happen, and it happens more often than you might think, all because an annual report was overlooked. The state might revoke your authority to transact business, you could lose your limited liability protection, face hefty fines, and in some extreme cases, your business could even be administratively dissolved. That's right, dissolved, meaning your business entity ceases to exist in the eyes of the law. And then begins the nightmare of reinstatement, which is often far more complex and costly than simply filing on time. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. It's a very real challenge faced by countless small business owners and entrepreneurs every single year. You're busy running your business, wearing multiple hats, and the last thing you need is to become an expert in corporate compliance deadlines for all 50 states. That's where a service like CorpNet becomes not just a convenience, but a strategic partner in safeguarding your business. Today, we're diving deep into the world of annual report filing, and more specifically, how CorpNet can be your trusted guide through this often confusing landscape. We're going to break down why these filings are so important, the common pitfalls to avoid, and how CorpNet's streamlined process can save you time, money, and most importantly, stress. By the end of this, you'll understand not just the what, but the why and how of staying compliant, ensuring your business remains in good standing year after year. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is an annual report? At its core, an annual report is a document filed with the Secretary of State, or equivalent state agency, that updates the state on key information about your business. This typically includes your business name, the address of your principal office, the names and addresses of your registered agent, and often, the names and addresses of your directors, officers, or members. Some states may also require information about your business purpose, the number of authorized and issued shares of stock, for corporations, or the names of managing members, for LLCs. The purpose of this report is to keep the public record accurate and up-to-date, allowing anyone who needs to find information about your business, like creditors, potential partners, or even customers, to do so easily. The frequency of these filings can vary significantly from state to state. While many states require them annually, some opt for biennial, every 2 years, filings. Some states, like California, refer to them as statements of information, and while they serve the same purpose, the nomenclature can add to the confusion. Then there are states that don't require an annual report at all, like Ohio or South Carolina for LLCs, or Alabama for corporations. This patchwork of requirements is precisely why managing compliance across multiple states, or even just understanding your own state's rules, can be a full-time job in itself. The deadlines are equally varied. Some states base their due date on the anniversary of your business's formation, while others have a set date for all entities, often at the end of the calendar year or fiscal year. Missing these deadlines can lead to penalties that escalate over time. Initially, you might face a late fee. If the report remains unfiled, the state might impose additional penalties, leading to bad standing status. Prolonged non-compliance can ultimately result in administrative dissolution, effectively terminating your business entity. And as we discussed, reinstating a dissolved entity can be an arduous and expensive process, often requiring the payment of all back fees, penalties, and a reinstatement fee, not to mention the time and legal costs involved. So, how does CorpNet fit into this picture? Imagine having a dedicated compliance team working silently in the background, monitoring your deadlines, preparing the necessary forms, and ensuring everything is filed correctly and on time. That's essentially what CorpNet offers. They act as your compliance concierge, taking the burden of tracking and filing these crucial documents off your shoulders. Here's a breakdown of how CorpNet streamlines the annual report filing process. First, proactive monitoring and reminders. This is perhaps one of the most invaluable services. CorpNet doesn't wait for you to remember your filing deadline. They actively track the specific requirements for your business entity in your state, or multiple states if you operate in more than one. As your deadline approaches, they send you timely reminders, ensuring you're never caught off guard. This proactive approach is a game changer, especially for busy entrepreneurs who have a million other things on their minds. Second, preparation of required forms. Annual report forms can vary significantly from state to state. CorpNet's team is intimately familiar with the specific forms and information required by each state agency. They will accurately complete the necessary paperwork on your behalf, ensuring all fields are filled out correctly and completely. This eliminates the risk of rejections due to errors or omissions, which can further delay your filing and incur additional fees. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.